Let me go to Angela in Florida. Hello, Angela. You're on the Glenn Beck program.
Hi, Glenn. I just wanted to say that it's not just the large metropolitan areas where mayors are active in that mayor's group against illegal guns.
Mm-hmm.
We have a small city here between Tampa and Orlando called Polk City, and the mayor there just went to Washington, D.C. to lobby against guns. His trip was paid for by the mayor's group. And an interesting tidbit about this guy is he's originally from New York City, according to an interview he gave with the local paper. He retired from the insurance business up there. And Polk City is located in a very large area called the Green Swamp, where there are a lot of hunters. It's one of the biggest hunting areas in Florida. And so a lot of these people know exactly what they're doing. It's very insidious. The locals don't know, but they know what they're doing.
So have you called the mayor's office? Have you alerted people do they know that he went up to be a part of this?
He actually gave an interview in the local paper, but it was a very brief article. I read the paper online, and it disappeared before my husband got home from work. I was going to let him read it, and I had to actually search to find it again. So he's voicing it, but then it's just people aren't paying attention.
Right.
I let my son-in-law's parents live in this little town, and I let him know, they're hunters. And I said, they probably don't even know that this guy is up in Washington lobbying against their guns.
Angela, thank you so much. The best thing people can do is get involved with the 912 Project or your local Tea Party. Get back involved. You've really got to take a stand. When it comes to guns, the NRA is probably your best bet at this point to be able to help it at all, because they have the connections in Washington. They have the clout. They have enough of a power base. But I will tell you what Bloomberg is putting together. Remember, this guy I think it's the Forbes 100 richest people. And I think, what is it? It
has $22 billion on
22 billion. I think it's 30 actually, but let's just take it. We'll call him a pauper at 22 billion. He has more money than George Soros does, and he's using it. And what's really insidious about this guy is he has, unlike George Soros, who just has to use his money to cobble together power in NGOs, non-governmental organizations. What Bloomberg has is he has the city of New York, so he has the title of mayor, and he is using and revealing himself as a guy who loves fascistic triggers. He is also has his own news arm. So how many people get their news from Bloomberg? He also is deeply involved with the stock market and Wall Street. It is his system. The reason why he made so much money, it's his trading system that all of the traders use. That's how he made his money. So he's got Wall Street all locked up. He's got the news all locked up, and he has the strength of the power of New York, and he has the money of George Soros. The guy's a real danger, a real danger. And you need to alert your friends on who he is, know what Mayors Against Illegal Guns is, because they're starting to run these ads all across the country. And if you don't know who's running them, you might think it's fine. That's a New York City agency making ads to convince you that they're just like you. They're not like you. They don't believe in guns. This is money from Michael Bloomberg, and they're hiding Mayors Against Illegal Guns. Who's for illegal guns? There's nobody for illegal guns. And they are lying to you in these ads. And only, I think, an experienced hunter. I looked at the ad this morning, and I immediately looked at it and went, that guy's not a hunter. And I knew right away because I shoot. Stu doesn't shoot. He didn't see it. The guy's sitting there. He's holding the gun improperly. He's got his finger on the trigger, which you never do. He's got a shotgun with the barrel down, horizontally. And, kids playing out in the street, you wouldn't do that. No responsible gun owner would ever do that. And quite honestly, because a responsible gun owner, anybody who really is a shooter, it is unnatural to hold a gun improperly. It is so natural for the average person, when they grab onto a gun, it is normal to go in and grasp it and put your finger in on the trigger. That's the normal thing. But once you've gone through NRA training, that becomes an unnatural thing. And that's the point of the training, to get those things that feel natural to feel unnatural to you. You do it over and over and over again so you don't accidentally ever do it. And so when I pick up a gun, I never put my finger in by the trigger because it doesn't feel natural to me anymore. That's how I know this guy's not a shooter. At least he's not an NRA shooter. He'd never been trained. He might have been trained by his father, but his father was a moron if that's the way he's teaching him how to hold a gun. Only a New York City slicker would do this ad. And they put him in plaid, and they put a ball cap on him, and they put a beard on him. They're like, that's what hunters look like, and they got a truck, so let's put him in the back of the truck. And let's have all the kinfolk in the back. That's a New York ad agency. Now the people,
I'm surprised they didn't have somebody playing whiskey jugs in the background.
Oh, I mean, it's all that's left. Oh, look, I gotta go now. I gotta talk about gun, but I gotta go because I gotta work on the still. I mean, this is the way Hollywood and a New York ad agency sees guns.
It's a bad ad. I mean, they really did not do a good job with it. I think you're right. Some people will be
taken in by that.
I think it's a good ad. I think people will be duped.
It's so inauthentic.
It could have gone the other way, though.
Do you really think?
They could have been.
He's, as you point out, he's got his finger on the trigger. He's got
you didn't see
that. I'm not the one they're going for here.
Yes, you are.
The other thing is, true. We noticed immediately that they were posing yesterday when we played this on the show, and we, while we didn't notice the finger on the trigger thing, we did notice the way he's handling it. We noticed the things he was saying are directly targeted towards conservatives in an insincere way.
Look, 34% of America now has a gun. 34%. That's it. If you only have 34%, you don't win. And so what they're trying to do are all the people that relate to people like gun owners, but don't own a gun. And they're like, yeah, you know what? I like Bob, and he's a responsible guy, and he's got guns, and I like guns, but I'm against those illegal guns, and this isn't going to take anything away. And it looks like your friend Bob, because your friend Bob has a beard and a pickup truck and a gun. And
they're targeting, and with their language, okay, I don't want criminals. Well, yeah, conservatives are the ones that don't want criminals. You know, I don't want illegal guns. Well, conservatives are the ones that are concerned about things that are illegal.
Right.